Welcome to Matrix Live, Season 5, Episode 2.
Is it really only 2?
I don't know, that's what you wrote in our notes. I think it is. No, you know what? I think it is, because we did one, and then there was the Open Tech will save us.
Of course. Amazing meetup, also known as any old excuse to avoid having to record Matrix Live every week by replacing it with an even larger video broadcast. Hope that people enjoyed Open Tech will save us if you watched it last week. If not, let us know so we can make it better.
Yeah, that would be useful. But yeah, it was fun.
So what are we talking about again? What do we do?
I think there is one word in our minds this week only, and trying to think through what happened this week. Everything was around this, which is cross-signing, end-to-end encryption by default.
I'd forgotten all about cross-signing. Not. Oh god, where do we start on cross-signing? First of all, it's looking really good. It is working almost all of the time. And we were rushing to try to do the proper release this Thursday. We cut a release candidate on Wednesday that was looking pretty good. We then chose to do another release candidate to basically fix the bugs which came in on Thursday. And I think we're cutting another one as we speak now. Now, the single biggest thing that's getting in the way of it really kicking ass is, for a change, the matrix.org home server is completely overloaded. And particularly some of the endpoints which cross-signing hits on account data and end-to-end encryption endpoints only live on the master process. And we're seeing it take like 20, 30, 40 seconds for one of these endpoints to actually return, so overloaded as the Synapse master at the moment. And often we have to do like 10, 20 of these hits in a row, at which point you can easily spend several minutes waiting for something that should be instant to gradually go through. So basically we have a problem at the moment on the go live because the experience that lots of people are going to hit will be the matrix.org server by default. Also, honestly, only 2 days of release candidates for such a massive change to enable cross-signing and encryption everywhere is a big risk. So basically our plan at the moment is to keep cutting release candidates and testing them and smooth out as many issues as we see. And huge thanks to everybody who's actually testing these. We are genuinely tracking all of the bugs as they come in and trying to shoot them down, work out which ones are release blockers and get it across the line. And it also gives us more time to get the mobile apps through review, particularly on iOS. Because I don't think we've got a test flight out, even an internal test flight that has got everything.
Tonight.
Oh, do we?
Yes, and Manu was just saying that the public one is going out of his laptop to Apple as he was speaking like 10 minutes ago.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, 6 minutes ago we had an internal one, which I've now installed. And I want to... Can we do any... Should we try testing it live? What can possibly go wrong?
We can. I have an account which I haven't, we haven't verified yet. So we can try to do it. So we did a big cross-signing party earlier within the team, which was quite amusing to have. I think it was not the entire team, but 12 people sitting together, yelling emojis at each other on the video
We're trying
call.
to do all sorts of combinations, also doing QR scans over Jitsi. It was kind of fun. Turns out that I think we had a record of 3 people yelling emojis out over the top of one another, and it turns out you can understand them even if they overlay 3 at a time. So it can be quite an efficient way of going into doing a bulk cross-sign with everybody. So honestly, it was also testing. The server was slow, so it was a bit painful, but it was fun. Sure. So, were you thinking that I can verify like your modular account or something?
Yes. I can send you whichever.
I'll just switch over to Firefox. Which there we go. Hello, you out there? So this is actually logged in on my personal account because poor matrix.org is so slow, but you're there on your modular account and it looks as if it's nice and snappy. So just in case you haven't seen this, everybody, this is what you need to do to go, oh god, it's got your very professional looking modular mugshot thing.
Yeah, modular is the professional one.
It's very grown up. Well done. If I go and hit the verify button in here, start verification.
I get a request, and maybe we should have done it the other way so that you could have had the request on your side, which is quite fun. But let's verify by emoji.
Yep. Comparing emoji, chug.
So quick, it's untrue.
Yeah, so this is how it's meant to be.
Please run your servers, people, or take one from Modular or wherever you want, because it's quite incredible.
You know what I could be doing here? I could be actually shrinking this down so we can see you on the left-hand side, and then it makes for a much better video. So we've got flower, rooster, tree, rooster, cloud, mush, robe, because we still haven't fixed the width of the labels robot.
Yes, I confirm the match. I'm surprised you haven't listed them in with an interpretive dance or something.
You want me to do 2 rooster dances? I'm not going to make a cock of myself like that. That's why people
did you see the
tune in.
reason why they haven't fixed the width?
No, what is the reason? Please tell me it's a good one.
I need to check again, but I know that they've enabled it at some point and it was making it all messy and hard to read, so they've backtracked on the change. Tech guy explained it in one of the rooms where you kept saying, please.
Okay, I'll go and check again. So the good news is that I verified you, and I verified precisely 1 session. The other bad news is that you got 7 other ones.
Yes, because I haven't cross-signed my other devices with this account because I never use it. Well, I use it when matrix.org is dead, which is not, yeah.
Oh, you should have a nice, beautiful green tick for me, because...
Yes, I do.
I have actually gone and tidied up my devices here. Well, consider this a lesson that cross-signing only works properly if people go and clear up their individual ones. I was wondering if we should try iOS one, though, whilst we've got new test flights. Although I wonder what combination... Oh, well, I can go and see... Okay, let's do a live demo. What can possibly go wrong? I'm going to try screen sharing my phone onto my laptop. And I'll do a start verification from my side. Verify by scanning. I've got the scan their code button, QR code validated, and almost there, waiting for confirmation. Yay! Yep, I've got my green shield up. You have to trust me.
Yeah, I trust you.
Got it. Yay. So I've now all green. Yay. Perfect.
Good.
Well, that was painless. So what else are we talking about?
I'm trying to... Okay, I stopped screen sharing. So I was about to do a high five.
Well, if you high five to your left and I high five to my left, it's going to work. You ready?
With my right hand.
Yeah, well, to the left. 1, 2, 3.
3.
There we go. You didn't go far enough. Anyway, what are we doing? So what else has been going on apart from cross-learning?
Peer-to-peer, there is a new release.
Oh yeah, there's a whole new release today, which has got new Dendrite in it with V4 rooms. Super exciting. The Dendrite is almost caught up with Synapse on its room version support. And it's fixed a whole bunch of other bugs. If you haven't tried it recently, go to p2p.riot.im and give it a play, because it's increasingly usable and fun.
There is, so yeah, Dendrite improvements. There is a new state res v2 guide.
Oh yeah, Neil Alexander went and published the guide that he wrote a few weeks ago about how you implement v2 state res, which comes at a very, very topical time, because we've got a whole new suite of server implementations popping up over the last few weeks, who are all asking lots of complicated questions about state res. And so to have all of the discoveries that Neil came up with when doing the Dendrite one a few weeks ago written down for posterity is great. I guess we should talk about those home servers.
Yes, that was what I was about to suggest. So we have 2 new? Is it new this week?
Well, in the last week or two. One of them, they're both using Rumour, and both written in Rust as their kind of fundamentals. One is called Conduit, or Conduit. How do you pronounce Conduit? Probably Conduit. Conduit.
I don't know in English. In French, is conduit.
Yes, I think I was
probably not not relevant.
So Conduit is one which I did mention actually the last time we were doing this a few weeks ago. It had just been announced, and it is using SLED as a fun database layer in Rust, and I think it's using Rocket from memory as the HTTP layer, and it's getting on really well. It does typing notifications and invites and join rooms and room directory and all sorts. The one thing that it isn't doing yet is any federation, and so there's been a lot of discussion there about how to correctly model state res and get it federating. And then there is also Maelstrom, which is another Rust project using the Rumor toolset. However, it's got more of a emphasis on performance and small footprint work, I believe. It supports SQLite and Postgres via a storage abstraction layer. Has got support for SLED potentially in future, although it's not implemented yet. And it's kind of really fun to see two projects running around building on the spec. It's the first sort of serious new home service we've seen since we published 1.0 last year, I think it's fair to say. So really exciting to see how they get on, and we're trying to help as much as possible with hints on how you can build out implementing these things. And I'm hoping that Neil, Alexander and Keegan on the Dendrite side will end up writing a tutorial based on their experiences on Dendrite of basically here are best practices of how you build home servers. So good luck to those guys.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And yeah, I think that's about it, honestly, because cross-signing was really the name of the game this week.
Yeah. Hopefully get some more progress with it next week. Possibly be able to launch it, depending on how fast the back-end performance work goes. Might also have some other interesting news next week, but we're not going to jinx that by talking about it, right?
No, we're not. But watch this space, hopefully. We'll have it.
Anything else?
No, I think that's about it for now.
Okay, let's go and have a weekend and unplug from all things Matrix or something.
Speak soon, people, and yeah, thank you for flying Matrix.
Bye.
Bye.